Hello, I'm Dr. Maurie Markman from City of Hope, and I wanted to briefly discuss a disconcerting paper analysis recently reported in JAMA Network Open. Paper was entitled Prevalence of Lung Cancer Screening in the United States, 2022. I think many of you, if not most of you, are aware that the National Lung Screening Trial reported many years ago, including follow-up, demonstrated a reduction in lung cancer mortality with low-dose computed tomography lung cancer screening among individuals who had a significant smoking history and exposure. It was in 2013, now 10 years ago, that the United States Preventive Services Task Force recommended annual screening with low-dose computed tomography in individuals who are aged 55 to 80 who are currently or formerly smoked, quit within the last 15 years. Note that the actual recommendations actually expanded the population somewhat to really improve its use and to deal with questions of disparities in eligibility. So the background is crystal clear. Well done, well-defined, randomized phase 3 trials demonstrating that low-dose CT scanning would improve survival in individuals who are smoking and had relatively recently quit. I mean, you can't be clearer on this. Well-done studies looking at a population that had not really had shown that we could do very much. So how are we doing? What percentage of individuals today in the population who would be eligible for the screening come in, have it recommended, actually undergo it, have insurance pay for it, the results obtained? I mean, that's the process. And the answer is, if you look at the prevalence, looking again, this analysis that was recently performed, percentage is 19.6. 1 out of 5 patients eligible actually underwent the screening. And if we look at the more expanded cohort with the more modified, the newer recommendations, the number was 16.4%, considerably less than 1 out of 5. What's wrong? Why has something relatively inexpensive, obviously there's a cost here, but a strategy has now been recommended to be paid for, recommended at the level of the highest level of the government by insurance companies for more than a decade? Not 1 in 5 individuals at risk are getting the testing. Is this a failure of our communication strategies? Is it a failure of the emphasis? Is it the fact that our clinical community is just overwhelmed with information they're trying to provide? Patients are receiving inadequate payment. There are obviously so many potential answers, but at the end of the day, we have evidence of preventing death from lung cancer. And the data suggests 1 out of 5 or less individuals who are at risk of benefit from this obtaining the testing. Quite sobering, quite discouraging, and I would argue a major call for action. And I thank you for your attention.